Okay. Okay. You see my screen now?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So today, what we will do, we will basically discuss the source side. If you remember, we'll do a short recap. This is the dashboard, and we had initial discussion. The first meeting that we had, we discussed in general the concept, what is dropshipping, what are the options, a little bit about the platform, and the dashboard that you can see how many items are being managed. You can see the Vero filters, the gift cards that you're using for buying or not, what is your plan, and so on, and many, many other things here like transactions failed, passed, and actually came in. And then we had a discussion about the targets. Now today we'll discuss the source. After we finish to connect our target account, as we saw last time, and to arrange the template and to arrange everything, we're actually now have an account that it's ready, and we started to list. So we had a few listings. I want to move, with your permission, to an account. I want to show you an account that I connected actually 2 or 3 days ago.
Sure.
It's a new account, a new business actually,
Okay.
and this business already started to generate sales. It started to work, as you can see, a few days ago. They have only 756 items on air right now, but sales started to come in, and I can explain later maybe why. And so we have, now I'm a user, and I have my accounts connected. I started to list items. By the way, this is exactly how it happened here. They started to connect, to list items, and all of a sudden, sales came in. But since we didn't have a source account, we couldn't process them. So, on the source account, the first thing that we will see the sales that came in. Okay, so pressing on sell products, we will see here the sales that came in. We can filter it by store. You see we have here the two stores connected. We can filter it by target. Right now this guy connected only eBay account, but if you have Wish accounts or Bonanza account or Amazon accounts, you can connect them and then you can filter. And this is, by the way, for us, because one of the options that we're giving is for third parties that want to use our system. We have an API ready, and this is a filter for us that actually needs to be removed from a business owner point of view. But it allows you to see non-API and API transactions, because API transactions not always being processed here on the system. They're sometimes all processed externally. Okay? So now,
Just a minute. I just wanted one more clarity on this API and non-API. In the case, if it is API, we are mentioning of brand sales website API, or is the API of the target?
it's an API of the whole system.
Of your system, right? That's the API
Yeah,
of your
yeah.
system.
We
Okay.
have today some services in the world that they have already clients and they're doing similar things, but they have legacy systems. So under the hood, they connected to our API and they're using our system under the hood, and nobody knows. Okay?
Okay.
So that's just a footnote. Okay, so let's see. So we have here orders that came in the last few days, and let's dive into. So if we look into a specific order here, the last one that came in, we can see here the order number which is in our system. Then you can see the order number on Amazon that we placed. You can see the target that it was placed on, which is eBay. You can see the source, and you can see, of course, the gross target price after commissions to eBay and PayPal, and source price that we paid, and the profit. If you will notice here, the profit in this account right now is very low. Now, it's on purpose. Reason is that when you have a new account and you want to make it run fast and start, you're aiming for lower rates, lower profit, in order to make the account start and sell as fast as you can, and then you can make the profits a bit higher as we go. Now let's dive into the specific order. So an order came in. Let's assume that it hasn't been processed yet. I don't have something like this here yet, but hopefully we'll have soon. So when an order came in, now you can see that the status is placed on source. But if it wasn't placed on source, it was in a status of updated, meaning we collected the information, we're ready to process, and now we're waiting. Okay? Now, on this specific placed on source, on this specific transaction, we can see the sell ID, we can see the record number, which is on the eBay account itself.
Okay.
We can see the product, and I can press here and actually go and see the product. Okay. If I need. Now, all these things are relevant when you're providing customer support, when you're solving problems, when you need to communicate with your client for some reason, or you need to prove something to your accountant, okay, of the purchase. So you have here the ASIN that we used, the price that we paid, and the status. Now you see here tracking information. So we created an automated tracking that the tracking is already here, even though the order was just placed, because we know the structure of the tracking on Amazon. So we have the tracking already. You see it's ordered basically yesterday. It's actually today because it's a time difference for the US. But it's actually today it was placed. And once in a while the system goes and check whether the tracking became valid, and then we'll update here the shipping carrier and the tracking number. Okay. Let's say that there was a problem, or you did this order manually, because we do it sometimes. I will show it in a different video. So when you're dealing with problems and you're doing it manually for some reason, you can actually go here and update yourself the shipping information. And let's say that the shipping information already came in and the system didn't collect it. If I'll update it here, it will be automatically, this is the source. It will automatically move to the target and will be updated on the target. Okay? So everything is happened automatically. Now here in the middle, you see the buyer information. You see his email. Now this is very important because I have, for example, after a few years of working, I have a database of over 2 million emails and phone numbers from people. So you can do remarketing, you can offer them other things. Under the limitation of databases and things, you need to do, like, the first message can be, it's still legal, the second and third is not legal already to communicate. But the trick is that since he's already a client of yours, you're not communicating to him as marketing, but you're communicating with him, you purchased with us this and that, and now we want maybe to offer you something else. Okay? So we have all the information here of the client. Now, what's nice here, that sometimes clients are making mistakes. They're adding characters that we don't know. They're adding PO boxes that we can't ship. I don't know, different things. So if this order had a bad address, our customer support guys that are doing the purchase issues, meaning an order that failed due to bad information, a wrong delivery address or something like that, they're trying to locate the right address either by communicating with the client via messages or by just looking on Google and finding the right address. And then after you update in here, you can update it and send it again to be processed. Okay?
So I have a question here. Is this address in the initially taken from the source API?
I'm sorry?
Is this address taken from the target where the customer places the order? Do we get a API access to this information of the client? Why? Because I believe Amazon is now disabled that part. I do not know about the US side. In India, they do not share the address and the contact details of the client. There is some restriction.
Yes. We're collecting it from the target API. Okay. So this is it, and here you have also the information as per on which Amazon account I placed the order. Okay?
Okay.
And you have here the order summary from a financial. And here, by the way, when there will be an invoice, I will show you later, we will actually collect the invoice of the order. So for accounting point of view, we will be able to trace it if needed. Okay?
Okay.
So we have here
Okay.
all the information. Now here below, you can see that this order was processed automatically. These are the screenshots of the order, meaning after the order came in, we opened an Amazon account, we went through the CAPTCHA, we logged into the account, we cleared all old addresses, we added the address of the clients. If I'm going too fast, let me know, okay? And now we have the new address of our client. We're choosing the right item, okay? Choosing the right offer. Now the system knows, there is a logic that the system knows what is the right offer to choose. This is a different discussion. Okay? We chose the right offer. We're adding it to cart. We're choosing the address again. Now we're choosing the shipping. You will see here that you have shipping that you should pay for. We're always choosing the free shipping, which is within the range that we're allowing it to the client to arrive. Okay? And you have here the summary. Now at this point, the system is doing two things to check. First, three things actually. It checks that we have enough quantity, because let's say that I listed quantity of 5 and now someone bought 3 and I don't have enough, and then it will fail if you don't have enough quantity. The system will check whether the chosen shipping option is the right one within the guidelines that we gave it. For example, our marketing promise to the clients is 3 days of handling time, of which are business days, and another 6 to 10 days trackable standard shipping inside the US. Okay, this is in order to be on the safe side. Okay. In the future, we will add them also the ability to choose expedite, but then they will need to pay for it because we cannot finance it. Okay? And the third thing that the system will check is that the total here is relevant and stand within the criteria of leaving it as a profit, and it's not a negative profit. Okay? Now, if you remember, when we set up an account, I added there a parameter saying, for me, for example, that up to -$5, every order should pass, because customer support comes first, and you lose some at some orders, but you win a lot on other orders. So if the transactor that's placing the order will notice here that we're on up to -5, for example, on my accounts, it will pass as it's valid. Okay? By the way, one more thing that the system does here, it also checks that we have enough credit card. You see, we're using gift card balance. So if we didn't have enough balance, then the system will add here automatically another gift card.
Okay.
And the last thing, now the order was placed. The system is collecting the order number. Okay? And collecting all the information of the account, and basically going now and sending the seller a message saying, thank you for taking my order. Please remove any invoice from this item and ship it without any price tags, as it's a gift. Remember our discussion that we had about gifts, and now it's closed. So we collected all the information. We have it all here. As you can see, we have, after the order was closed, we have the account that we used. We have account balance, which is ending balance.
Okay.
When the order was placed. Okay.
This account balance is of the source account, right?
Yeah, of course. It's the source account. This is all source. You have the screenshot. You have the cart. You have, if it was a regular or a multi-cart, we had this discussion. I'll show you in a few minutes. So we have here all the information. A few more things that you have here. You have here the timeline of the product, which means when the product was, the whole history of the product, okay? The product you see was listed on December, which was yesterday basically, at around noon. Then at 1 o'clock we updated the item price. You see the price has changed. Then it was changed again at 3 o'clock. Then there was a sale. And right after, the sale was at 254. And at 254.14, basically we received it and we placed the order. And after we placed the order, we're sending the item again to be revised and checked, and the price was updated again from 1329.55 to 13.3. Okay, so there was a small change apparently. Okay, so we have here all the history of the item, and also we have our logs of the system, which is going to Graylog. Are you familiar with Graylog?
No.
Okay, it's actually a system that collects all logs of the system, and if there is a problem or something happened which is incorrect, we can check it here and go. I won't go because it's an external system. Okay?
Okay.
Now,
That's a logging framework which you have to do.
It's a log of everything, yes.
Okay.
Now, one more thing from here. I can press now here on the sell ID, which is in our system, and now I will see the financials of this specific transaction. So I had a source of 10.19. I got 13.3. I paid commissions to eBay and to PayPal in a total of 133 plus 0.89, and we have a profit amount of 0.18, which is 135%. That's our actual profit at the end. Okay? So we have this. Now here you have more information. Let's say now that the client opened a dispute on PayPal. He didn't go to eBay, but he opened on PayPal. Now you need information from PayPal. So you have here all the information of on which store it happened, what was the ID of the item, what was the sell ID on the store. I'm sorry, this is the sell ID on the store, this is our sell ID, when it happened, and so on, then transaction ID on PayPal, everything is here. And again, you have here the customer information, and below here, you can go and see the item on eBay. Okay, you can actually go and see the item on eBay to see what we're offering, what we're promising. You see, we have here one sold in the last 24 hours. You see, this is the price that we saw that was updated during the night. And you can see here below all the information of the item. And that's it. Okay? And you can see from here again also the source, the logs, or you can go back again and go back to the screen that we were before. So we have a full information, everything that we need to know about this order. Now let's go to pre-orders. Pre-orders, on this specific account we don't have. We'll come back to it later. Let's go now to an account that will have a pre-order. Okay, so now we're logged in as a different user. That on this user we have other transactions that are coming in. Now let's see pre-orders. I noticed in the morning that there was a, okay. So this is a transaction that took place. It took place on about 3 weeks ago, a bit less. Okay? And after it took place, it actually was, remember I explained to you about add-ons, that in order to fulfill an add-on, we're choosing orders. Let me show you. Okay, so this was a pre-order transaction. And this was the sell, it was on Bonanza. Let me show you what happened here. You see, it failed on the first time because it showed that it was an add-on. And then it processed it again as a multi-cart. Now on the multi-cart, as you can see here, like I did earlier, the system going through the whole process. Now it's adding the add-on. An add-on is an item which is a loss leader of Amazon, so it's very, very cheap. But in order to buy it, you need to have, you see my mouse here? You need to have over $25 qualifying order, which means you need to have a cart of $25. But the item that we're trying to buy here is only 6.8, right?
Right.
So we're adding this item to our cart. So we have it on our cart, and now we're going and searching for a pre-order item. For example, this item is a pre-order that will be released only on July 4. Okay? So we created a cart of $37.78. We're placing the order as we did earlier. But now, after the order is placed, we have here two items when we wanted to ship only one. So the system will wait until the item, the original item, the small item will be shipped, and it will happen. You see, we have already tracking, so it was shipped. Okay, let's see. We have here, as you can see, all the tracking information updated. So item was shipped, and we apologize, it can be delivered. Okay?
Okay.
So that's the reason, by the way, that this item is waiting since the 5th and hasn't been, okay? It was expected to be delivered on the 7th. Now, if this item was marked as delivered, then we would have gone automatically and cancel the pre-order. You see, we have here the information of the pre-order. What we see here, by the way, and this is why we're taking things which are very, very far away. What we can see here, by the way, is that our customer support guys didn't do their job because they need to go here to the pre-order products, and I'm doing here a review once in a few weeks, and I'm finding orders which were placed which are too old, and I'm sending them to check what happened. Now this one will never be cancelled automatically by the system because it will be never delivered, the add-on. So they will go manually into the account of new API and will ask for cancellation. Okay? But if you will look here, all those orders, these are all old orders that the system, after it was delivered, went automatically and cancelled.
Okay.
Okay? So this was pre-orders and multi-cards. Okay? Now, gift cards. Gift cards. On gift cards, it is recommended to work with gift cards on Amazon US, also because there are suppliers that we provide also through our system that allows you to buy gift cards in a discount, which means you're getting another profit on the top of the transaction. Now the discounts are depends and vary as per your total purchases per month. For example, if you're purchasing over $1,000 a day, $2,000 a day, $500 a day, and so on, and you can get different discounts from a few percentages up to even 10% if you're doing really high scale. Okay, but as you can see here, you have all around statuses, and now let's say that you bought a gift card on your own on your Amazon account with your credit card. Now you're going and want to add a new gift card. So you go in here, add in a new gift card, you put in here the code, the balance, save, and now the system will know that it's in the gift card balance and will automatically add it when needed. Same, you can import a CSV file if you have bought more than one together, because sometimes I'm buying it in files. Okay? And the last thing is, and this is why, by the way, you see here that we have only processed ones, but if you look here on new ones, I have none. The reason is that right now I'm using specifically with my guy that deals with the gift cards, that he's loading the gift cards directly into the account with a higher discount. Those are gift cards that he wants to verify them while uploading them. So if you go into my accounts, for example, let's go forward into the Amazon account, you will see here that they have a lot of balance to be used without collecting gift cards from us. Okay?
Okay.
So after gift cards,
So Yuan, I have a question here. These gift cards are being applied in the same source account where you have created the seller account. It is the same account being used for placing orders also?
no, you need to
No.
separate it, and the purchase accounts, we'll discuss it right now. The purchase
Okay.
accounts, we're using it on assumed names also, which is recognized by the accountant, but
Okay.
we're using it because when you're doing high volume of orders, sometimes Amazon doesn't like it and telling you, okay, I don't want you to continue and work with this purchase account. So we open new accounts once in a while. Okay, I will show you an example of an account a bit later. Okay, so let's say
That is the customer of the, so whoever is using the software, will he have an option to do that, or you are centrally managing the purchase account using the API calls and you have a specific account which you are using?
whoever is using the system can add his own uh, Amazon account. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Can add his own Amazon account and
Okay.
can define it, and it will be automatic order. If not, okay. So this is it. Okay. So you have here the accounts. Okay. On which when you're adding a new account, you can define it. I will show you in a minute, and I'll just close the technical around it, and then we'll dive into the accounts themselves. Okay. So we have the accounts, we have the machines. Okay. So right now we have the machines here that I can request a new machine. I can delete machines because each account is using a separate machine. Okay.
Yuan, I just need a little bit clarity over these machines. These are all virtualized machines, and who is managing these machines?
We are managing it.
You are managing the machines. So right now, all the accounts are being basically being used on these machines, right?
Of course. Otherwise, if you won't use them on different IPs, Amazon will connect between all of them and close them.
I understand.
Okay.
Okay.
So we use it.
In the real scenario, the person who is using this software, he will have his own account, right? The orders will go from his own account.
Yes, but he will connect it to our machine.
Okay.
He will connect it to our machines in order to be able to place the orders. Otherwise, I won't be able to place his orders. Listen, there are two scenarios. There are two scenarios. One scenario is, let's say that you're starting and you're not growing so fast, so you don't want to use automatic orders. You want to use manual orders. So you can have your Amazon account for the purchases. You can open it, and then you can place your orders manually and update everything manually. But if you want to do it automatically, then you need to have the system to be able to communicate with the account. Okay?
Okay.
Now everything here is protected behind the firewall of the VNC firewall that we're using. Okay? And every business owner can add his own whitelist IP that he wants to allow to access the accounts. For example, let me show you something. These are a few accounts that I have. Okay? Now, if I want to connect to one of them right now, one more thing, I'm sorry. Each account has a few ports. You see, this is the IP of the account, and the port here is 5903.
Right.
5903, it's the port for the customer support. The system is using another port, which means when I will log into the account right now, I won't interfere with the system working, okay? So I'm logging, I'm already approved, okay? I'm already approved. I'm connecting to this account.
Okay.
Okay. For each account we have a password. I'm not keeping the password because I'm connecting to different ports, and I want to be able to look for a second before logging in to be sure where I am. That's all. But you can save all the password and just log in. And now you're connected to an account. This is an account that we have. As you can see, the account is a Prime account, and we know we have a separate discussion about how creating Prime accounts. You can see here the orders that were placed on this account. Okay, so this account, it's a new account. We have 5 orders that has been placed on this specific account. Okay, you can see here the gift cards and everything needed. So when a customer is calling and saying, I have a problem, I have a question, I have a request, our customer support guys can log into the account and just help him. Okay, this is, for example, this is an older account. Let me just connect to it. Okay, so this is an older account that if you will go here, you will see here that this account already placed 3,200 orders. 3,222 orders were placed in the past 6 months on this account. Okay, if we'll go all of 18, let's say, I'm sure we'll see here many more. Another 9,000 orders were placed on this account. Okay, this is an account that we've been using for quite a while. Okay, so that's another account. So we're using the VNC, and you need to approve yourself. Okay, now how do we create those accounts? You can open your own account, your own Amazon account. Okay, and then from your own Amazon account, now you can make it a Prime account. Now, in order to make it a Prime account, you need to pay. If I'm not mistaken, $20 or $30 a month to make it Prime, because we want to use it as a Prime account to enjoy the advantages of a Prime account. But what we're doing here, okay, I'm trying to show you something. Just a second. What we're doing here is we're logging into these accounts and we're making them Prime without paying. How are we doing it? We're using virtual cards of a VCC that's being sold with like $2 on them, and it's being added to the account. And then we have people from universities in the US that if you're using in order to register an EDU, a student address in the US, you're getting 6 months. You're getting 6 months for free.
Wow.
Okay, so this way you're getting a free Prime account for 6 months, and then you can choose whether to renew it or not. For example, my strategy is that after the 6 months, since those accounts are valuable for me, I'm starting to pay regularly. Okay, other people are not. So let's say that I want to show you here a few more things. Let's say that I want to add now a new account that I have at home, that I opened on my own. And I need for this account, there are 2 things. Wait, where are my accounts? Okay, so here I can add a new account. Okay, I can choose a machine, which I don't have an empty machine right now, but I can choose a machine. I'm logged in here right now as an admin, so I can choose also a business, but if you're the business, you won't see this. You will just get your machines. And you put in here the name of the account, the address, the email address, and its password. And you can set it up here as what is the priority. For example, maybe you have a priority for a specific account that you want to place more orders or you want to place less orders, because let's say that this account is about to end its free 6 months and now you wanted to place less orders because you don't want to have customer support left over there. So you will just reduce the number of orders or you'll even remove it at all. If it's an account with a balance, we'll update here the balance. If it's an account with a balance, we'll update here the balance. And you can choose here whether it's a prime account, active account, or it's a closed account. Closed account, sometimes, as I said, Amazon are closing the account, so we're marking it as closed, so we will know not to use it and not to access it, and we're canceling also the machine. Okay?
Okay.
And the last thing here is, do we want to...
Just a minute. Hello?
You are just, I think, currently getting some calls.
You are just a minute. I'll just one question here.
Yes.
So right now, what's happening is that here we are selling we are placing the source is Amazon and we are selling on eBay in this case, the demo what we have shown, right? Now, if the reverse happens, that means that we are taking the eBay and we are selling it on Amazon. Now, tell me one thing, what happens when the customer places the order on the Amazon? Now, logically, if I'm in a seller account, Amazon guys generally come to pick up the shipment, right? So how do you tell them that I'm going to directly ship to the customer and you don't? I mean, is that an option which is available?
First two things. We're not doing eBay to Amazon. That's the first thing.
Okay.
But it doesn't matter. Also on Amazon. I've been selling on Amazon for a long time. And on Amazon, you can choose your shipping method any way you want. It doesn't matter.
Okay. So
what we're doing...
No, but my question is that even though I choose my shipping location as any other place, so right now, so assume that a customer has come and placed the order on Amazon. Now I need to go back and place it on eBay to ship it to that customer's address, right? Now logically what happens when I'm having an Amazon seller account, Amazon logistics is logically supposed to come to my location and pick up the delivery.
No.
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's not. I'm not sure what you're familiar with from India, but it's not how it works in the US.
Okay. In India, the Amazon guys, the logistics guys, they come in the pickup. So that's what I was just trying to check from you. How is it happening?
No. It's different.
Okay.
So a few more things about the sources. So I connected a new account. Now I can decide whether this account will work only with gift cards or also with a credit card or with both, okay? And I can choose whether I have an affiliate to this account or not. I will explain to it in a second, and then we're doing save and keeping the account. Now, let's go back and discuss affiliates, credit cards. Affiliates. Okay. So, affiliates, we have an integration with a few affiliates that helps you to get more cashback on your purchases. It can be either top cashback or Buffer-Go. Now those two, you need to open an account there, put in here the username and password, and then what happens is that before placing the order, we're going through those affiliate accounts in order to do our purchase on Amazon, and then you're collecting another cashback when those affiliates are being paid from Amazon. They're sharing with you some of their cashback.
Understood.
Okay? But it's very important because what happens is that since we're doing high volume, and you can see that I don't have any affiliates here on this account, for example, it's quite a lot of work when you're doing high volumes because it raises a lot of flags. So you need to do this, collect $500 maybe in cashbacks, move this account to the side and open a new one and so on. Because when we were doing, at the beginning I did it and we collected their $5,000 and they closed all my accounts together with the money inside. Okay, so this is about this. Now credit cards. Credit cards, you can add here a credit card if you do the purchases. If you want to do purchases with a credit card, you can add here all the information. After the first time that you're adding the information, and the billing address should be correct, of course, and everything needs to be correct. Everything is being encrypted in the system. No one else will be able to see it. Not even you will be able to see the credit card information beside the last 4 digits as a user. Okay, so no one will be able to see it. And then when adding an account, you can use this credit card for this specific account. Again, in order to separate between the different Amazon accounts, it is recommended, if this being done, it is recommended to use separate credit card for separate accounts. But since we know how to get cashbacks from Amazon on the gift cards, we're not using credit cards at all. Okay, we're using credit cards when working like in France and Germany, where we don't have cashbacks on the Amazon gift cards. There we prefer to work with the credit cards and get the points. Okay. So this was all about sources and how we connect it and how it works. And let's see if we have any order that just came in or something like that. Yes, there was one more thing that I saw about sources that I want to show you. I saw in the morning in one of the accounts here. The last thing that I want to show you is, okay, so those are all orders that came in. And you see this order? We have it in a status incomplete. It's paused. It's in a status update. But it's incomplete. Now it's on eBay. Now I'll explain to you why. Sometimes orders are coming from eBay in a status that the payment method, like you just told me today that you had a problem with your PayPal. So eBay identified a problem with the payment. For example, it can be many other reasons, but a problem with the payment. So eBay is sending me the order, but saying, listen, be careful, it's incomplete. Don't do anything with it yet. So what we're doing is first, if this order will change its status, the status from incomplete to completed, then the system automatically will update it and start and process it. But also, our customer support guys are going into the accounts and checking the reason. Sometimes the reason is because the client placed the order, but said, don't ship it, and send some private message that he wants some explanations, okay, or something like that. So this is very easy, but it will allow us now to see something else. So I'm going into this specific order, which is on a status of updated, as you can see. And here, it's incomplete, so I can't do anything with it, I think. Hold on, I think I know how can I do something with it. Just a second, I'm sorry.
Sure.
Hold on. Now I want to show you one more thing about purchase issues and how to deal with orders, which I couldn't show you earlier when all orders were processed. So this specific order was here. Okay, it's here. Now, I was earlier as an admin, so I couldn't do some things. So you see the status of this order right now, it's an updated status because it's incomplete.
Okay.
But let's assume that it's failed. It will be red here and it will be failed.
Okay.
Now it can be many reasons. Like I said, it can be problem with the address. It can be that it will show us here below, which you saw earlier with the screenshots, that there was a negative profit, that the shipping is taking too long, and so on. So you have here all kind of buttons that helps you if you're doing customer support to overwrite it. For example, you see a negative profit, like I said, I'm going up to 5. I see it as 5.5. So I'm doing ignore negative profit. It asks me, are you sure? And then I'm saying process. Same for long shipping. One more thing, we have here a definition in the system, in the background, that we're not using new sellers, we're not using sellers with bad rating and all kind of things. But let's say that you see and you're going through the order and you see that it failed because the original order has disappeared and now we need to place the order. And you're saying, you know what, I'm taking a decision as a customer support to ignore the system decision and to take it out as it is with any order that I want. So I can do it here. And here, after I did this, if I'm pressing here on automatic process, it will be rerun again automatically, and you can process it. We have here also a button of simulate. The reason is that, let's say that you're doing here ignore negative profit. Now you're not sure what will be the result. You don't want to be captured by, I don't know what, by mistake. So when doing, for example, ignore negative profit, we're usually using simulate first. We're getting the simulation result, and only then we're really processing it. Okay? And this way, we control everything on this thing. Okay?
Understood.
So this was about sources so far. Any questions?
No. So just one question. These four buttons which are there, which is ignore negative profit, ignore long shipping, skip prime pay, and this automatic process. So now by default, these are what are the status by default when we do initially?
Always red.
Okay.
Automatic process is, this one is always green. This one is always green. Right now it's red because it's in a status of incomplete. Remember?
Okay. Right.
The reason that it's paused because it's incomplete. Let me show you something else regarding this. Okay, hold on. Let's go and take another order. Actually, I can filter it, but never mind. Okay. So, by the way, in order to find orders here or to filter it, you can go here and filter orders by date, by status, and everything. Right now, what I want to show you orders which had processing error. Okay? So, you see those are orders. We have 13 orders that were placed and we couldn't place them for different reasons. You see product offer failure. It's been paused, by the way, by the customer support person. But when we will go into this, you will see that it was paused by the customer support, and he saw that the automatic failure happened, failed to add to cart promoted offer. Let's see what happened here. So we have this order and address, and I see it was some kind of variation, I think, and it's empty. Now let's see. Okay, it was a quantity of 2. I think the problem was that he couldn't find a quantity of 2. I think that was the reason.
Okay.
So what they're doing usually, they're going manually into the account. They're checking the Amazon order, the Amazon offer, and trying to see whether they can solve it. Now, if it's solved, I'm sorry?
It's a 3-pack option, so maybe the quantity should have been 3 minimum.
No, they had some problem, other problem there. I will ask someone to look into it. But what I want to show you here is, beside updating the info, let's say that I'm going right now into Amazon. My original offer is not valid, but I found a similar ASIN. You know, Amazon has sometimes similar ASINs that can be offered. So I can go here, replace the ASIN, put another ASIN, press on the V, and push it again into process. Okay? And of course it needs to be automatic. Right now it's paused. So this was a purchase issue that was paused by the customer support guys. It was paused actually today, I see, or yesterday actually. And they had a few offers like this. I didn't review them, but I have someone that reviewing. Probably they did their best and they couldn't place the order. Okay?
Okay.
So this was all about